Evening race fans, Dave from HBK again to quickly talk you through the TZ4DP fairing fitting of a late 97-98 fairing. You've seen the first video, you've seen what needs to be done prior to the fairing going on. That is the lower cylinder airbox and the 5KE curved radiator. So yeah, the fairing's on now. Let me just show you briefly what we've done. Okay, so first thing, front fairing stay bolt. That locates in the original 4DP front fairing stay. So that lines up the fairing. So if you use that as your first point to work from. Moving back, we've had to cut and trim a little bit out of the front belly pan section of the fairing. It's the kind of thing you need to do slowly. There are all the pieces that we've taken out. So you can see I did it bit by bit. They're the bits from the air tube, which also fits into the fairing there. Managing to keep the steering damper on the left-hand side, which is a major bonus. Front of it needs a little bit of work just to tidy up the interface between the fairing and the tube there. But basically, once you've done the cutouts for the front, you just need to offer the fairing up to the bike. Make sure you've got clearance on that front wheel there. And the side mounts, you're not using the pre-drilled original hole on the 98 fairing. You are re-drilling it and mounting it slightly further forward and slightly higher up. So that will go onto the original side stays for the original 4DP fairing. Same thing on the other side. Again, there's your original hole there. That's where we put the hole. Looking at it from that angle, you can see it's slightly further forward, slightly higher up. And that gives you clearance so that the fairing fits nicely against the pipes on the left-hand side there. You've got clearance on the front wheel. When you put the brakes on and the wheel goes up, it doesn't foul the fairing in any way. One part of the fairing that also needed to be cut was this section here where my hand is. That protruded about there and was fouling the yokes. So I've just trimmed that off a little bit so that you've got a nice amount of play in there when you're turning the forks. Okay, so that's all good. So the last thing we need to do is the fairing brackets for the top part of the fairing. As you can see, that's the 4DP. They're pretty close, but I'm not really that happy with them. So I'm gonna make up another set. Again, you can see this side. That one's taken a bit of a hit, courtesy of Craner Curves. So what we're looking to do is mount the fairing so that it probably sits like that to give you clearance around the bar. So I've got some 3mm alley tube, just press the end up, pretty much similar to what you got there. And I'm just gonna bend that accordingly and make a nice bracket that locates the fairing about like that, which should give you nice clearance and obviously added bonus of the screen being a bit higher so you can get behind it. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. The seat is now back on. But it looks pretty good, I think. Gives it a bit of an updated look. A bit better than the 4DP. Brings it in line with the later 5KEs. Obviously, it's not got all of the stuff the 5KEs have got on, but it's still a competitive bike in the right hands. So yeah, now we're looking a little bit better. So yeah, hope that's been useful for you. Took me a while to work it all out. So anyone else doing a similar thing, it's possible. It just needs a little bit of jiggery pokery with saws and grinders and things like that. But in general, it's pretty close. And I'm happy with the outcome. So there you go. Any questions, feel free to contact me and I can take any measurements you need, etc. Okay, thanks for watching. Come again.